Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle once again. Yes, we are nearing the end of April. It seems like this month just completely, like the horse, just kind of flew. And what I heard when I tapped in to, just sit quietly and ask if there was anything that I need to share as well. I heard there's a blessing in the chaos, which I'm not sure what chaos it is. I don't know if it's the blessing now in this moment, but in the eye of a storm, there is a quietness, there is an awareness of everything that's going on around, and yet there's a clarity and silence and a great quiet. And that's the image that I just got as I was starting to, just think about what does that mean. And so let's see. Let's dive into the cards and see. I'm feeling again to be drawn here to animal spirit. We have, if you're new and this is your first reading, I do a daily card message Monday through Friday and sprinkle in some fun readings here and there along the way through the month. And today we are using the angels, messages from your angels and Kali, as well as the medicine cards here. So these are very powerful cards. And I realized that I need to get my book that goes along with them. And I'm feeling like there was something. Okay, so I feel like these two cards are coming out, and I'll go get my book and be right back. All right, here we go. This book is it's taped and everything. It's such a beautiful book, but I have certainly traveled with it from coast to coast. So this book has been in many suitcases, and you can tell that it's had some wear and tear. Okay, I feel like I have to clear the deck here because what do we have? Oh, look at this. Eagle and Coyote. Wow, these, just like yesterday, these are very separate energies. And, the beginning with with Eagle, we all have, an idea of what exactly that means, right? It's higher wisdom, higher perspective. The eagle is also the sign for America, and I'm kind of getting a little bit of that, almost like American politics. And with the coyote right next to it, I feel like not all. So coyote is a little bit more trickster energy. And I think coyote gets a bad rap in general. I think it's a really beautiful, wonderful animal that has survived many things. And I think that there's something relevant about that, of the coyote energy coming in. The card with eagle and card number 1 in this medicine cards deck represents spirit, great spirit. And I don't generally, think of politics at all when I'm, reading the cards, but I did hear, that it's a symbol of America, and there's something going on right now that maybe is going to come to light at this full moon, which is happening, I believe it's May 1st. And it's my understanding that there's a full moon on the 1st and then the last day of the month as well. So we have like bookend full moons. And so what that's telling me is it's really illuminating, asking us to look at what's going on in the month of May. And so eagle is the power of great spirit, the connection to the divine. It's the ability to live in the realm of spirit and yet remain connected and balanced within the realm of earth. Eagle soars and is quick to observe. With an overall he observes the overall pattern of life because he's so high above. It's like we can't see the forest for the trees. We can't always see what's going on when we're in the middle of it. Wow, I'm really feeling like this is something political that is happening that we are all going to kind of be involved in, and we're going to see a different perspective because it's asking us to take heart and gather courage, for the universe is presenting you with an opportunity to soar above mundane levels in life. The power of recognizing this opportunity may come in the form of a spiritual test. It also is saying that you may recognize the places within your soul or personality or emotions, your psyche, that needs some sort of refinement, meaning that, we all have little ways that we can become a better fill in the blank, right? And that's not because the outside world thinks we need to be better, but we know that there is more that we can do to become more truly ourselves. So by looking at the overall tapestry, Eagle teaches you to broaden your senses of self and beyond the horizon of what presently is available. Wow. That's a really beautiful message. It says, Eagle medicine is a gift we give ourselves to remind us the freedom of the skies. Eagle asks you to give permission to legalize freedom and to follow the joy that your heart truly desires. So we've been hearing a lot about that in this week, about the importance of getting back to ourselves, about what that truly means to be us, because we've been lost. So what this is also saying is like, this is the symbol of our country, is to look beyond and above and higher perspective, to soar with spirit. The whole land is full of spirit and indigenous power. And we have minimalized that, and we have become a shell of what that symbolizes and what this great American land represents. It is full of diversity, and we have tried to conquer it and suppress it and, control it. And that has been the lacking, I feel like, in our country and in our leaders, that they cannot see that the land itself is dictating to us what we were meant to be. It's not truly ours. It belongs to the earth. And we are here to caretake it. Okay, I'm going in a really different direction than I expected. So let's find out what is the trickster energy here and telling us. And 1 and 3, right? 3 is a divine number. And this coming together with great spirit is wanting to shift and create us back into number 4, which is stability. Like, we have lost our stability. And we have lost it through things that don't really, that they're just kind of, taking things that don't belong, right? So it says here there are thousands of myths and stories around coyote energy, and is considered the great medicine dog. So you can be sure there's some kind of medicine on its way, is what the book says. And it may or may not be something that we actually like. Whatever the medicine is, good or bad, you can be sure it will make you laugh, maybe painfully, but you can be sure the coyote will teach you a lesson about ourselves. And I feel like it's a lesson about our country, truthfully. So it says that there are magical powers within coyote, and I believe that too. Like, I love that coyote is still around, although in much smaller numbers. So because what it says around coyote energy is that it's adaptable, truly. That coyote has been through so many things, that is suppressing and controlling it, and yet it's still surviving, although it's not thriving. And I feel like that's also Americans. We are surviving right now, but not thriving. So what I'm being drawn to is this: go beneath the surface of experience. Ask yourself, what is really going on? What are you really doing, and why? The coyote, is it truly your medicine to be able to adapt and really go deeper into the situation? Or is it, is it like a wily energy that is really just, you're believing something that isn't true? Are you trying to fool an adversary? That's what I mean about not being true. So I feel like, do you want to pull a prank on a best friend? That's what it says here in this. But so that's the trickster energy of that. So is that something, are you wanting to do something that is really not in the highest standards of you? Are you trying to trick or pull something? But I feel like that's the energy here. It's like somebody is trying to pull a prank, something that is a big trick, and it only benefits a few. So if you have pulled this card, I really feel like there's something within us, the reason why we are allowing all this trickster energy to kind of be a part of our world. And how did we get away from this great spirit, which recognizes the importance of all things, right? And so I think we need to get back to the sacred coyote energy, the sacred spirit dog that is here to help us to see something about ourselves. All right, so let's dive into, I think we're going to go to Kali and ask, like, what do we need from Kali? I'm kind of feeling like maybe this one and this one. I don't know. It's funny because I sort of feel like these are it, but I sort of don't. So let's see what's going on here. It says she arrests the flow of negativity. Yeah, so this is, I think, what we've had before. She arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of your own making. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which creates true happiness. I think that's relating to these two cards here. As you seek refuge in her, Bagalamukhi, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any other negative forms. A positive turning point of good fortune is predicted. Okay, and then this one, which kind of looks like this warrior energy, Artha of Kali. You're forging your authentic path. In support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of the sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. Okay, so what this is telling us is what I heard when I sat down, is like there's a blessing, right, in the middle of the chaos. There is some gift in the middle of the chaos. And this is asking us to step into our true power, into our true nature, to honor even the things that we don't quite understand, and to be able to turn these finger pointings back at ourselves to find out what we truly need. Okay, we have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which brings me closer to my divine purpose? Yeah. And which takes me away from it? Yeah. So I think that is true in every aspect of what we're going through right now. Is, are we feeding some of the garbage that's going on in the world? Or are we coming into our true nature? Are we making decisions based on like this look at me energy, or something that's outside of like what I feel like we're going to, which is the energy around community? So Vanessa says, should I go this way or that? One day you're sure of your decision, and the next day you question it again. This is indecision, and it'll be healed by focusing on this divine life purpose. Even if you aren't sure of what your purpose is, or you're the exact nature of that purpose, you do know that it involves bringing peace to yourself and others. So based on that foundation, which decision brings you the most peace? It's interesting because I started off this year, I do a little thing where I go back and review the previous year. And then I asked, what has this year meant? And even though it looks chaotic outside, my year was peace. It was around this golden light that encircles all of the lights, like all of the colors in the rainbow. And in the center of all that is peace. And so this is a year to bring me closer to peace, and I think the world closer to peace. And something is really up right now. I feel like, yeah, so there's the Page of Cups. So this is open heart. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, I feel like I must have moved something down a little bit because the cards are a little less in the screen here for you. So let's see if we can make it a little bit more on the screen. Okay, so we have the page here. So this is new energy, and it's really heartfelt energy. And as you can see, the softness of this energy, it's really around taking time to really lean into what your heart is trying to tell you, because there's a new energy, a new awareness that is opening up. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is around the earthly things, right? Bringing into practice those things that bring us closer to our abundant nature. So to step into your heart and to step into your soul's purpose brings us closer into balancing what we need. So to me, this feels like a money tree, right? It feels like something that's available to all of us. And it brings about abundance. It brings around connectivity to the things in the world that we want to see. So there's something that I feel like is opening up. Maybe this weekend, maybe on this particular day. Okay, so that card hit the floor. And this is the Six of Cups. And as you can see in the Six of Cups, the way it's represented here, it's reciprocity. It's like everybody is bringing a little bit of themselves and putting it into the whole of all things. It's bringing in really intuitive things, heartfelt things, but it's adding to and creating something where it nourishes everybody is what I'm getting from this card. And because it's so white, like we have all these white cups and this like pale purple energy, I feel like it's divinely guided. I almost feel like it has something to do here with the United States and for something happening that's turning things around where we see the way we've been tricked and fooled, and how the Great Spirit is bringing about change and asking us to stay connected, to trust, right? Because a positive turning point, well, these cards, I love these cards, positive turning point in good fortune. And this is, yeah, the Ace of Swords, some new thoughts, some new awareness, some new realization, some new idea that's coming in that changes the way everything is being played. Okay, final cards, please. There we go. Eight of Cups, yeah. And this is a card about leaving. So this is the stack of you know, really, you can't stack cups when they have something in it. So this is all empty cups, and you're full. In your fullness of everything that you're experiencing, you've decided to leave what isn't working anymore. That's what represents this stack of empty cups. So you're going to leave what isn't nurturing you and move into something else. And that's this decision-making card that we were asking, what is bringing us more peace and more joy? And it is moving away from the stressors of what is no longer working for you. So thank you for joining me here at the channel. I hope the inspiration that you needed, you received. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. Until tomorrow, have a magical day. Bye now.